What's up, people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Desmond Z, just in case this is the first time you've ever seen me. So, I come here, I stand before you, I sit before you, a humble man, a humble man, a man who has been humbled. Let me tell you something. Between Libby, Hoopla, Scribd, Audible, the reading apps have destroyed my life. They have taken over my life. It's like a drug. Just like people who be on dating apps and they just seem to keep coming back around to them. I don't have that issue. I don't have that problem. What I do have a problem with is the reading apps. The reading apps have taken over my life. Let me tell y'all something. If you're not familiar with Libby, you can borrow audiobooks, you can get ebooks and all of the things, magazines, this, some of that, everything. You can get all your reading done there through your local library without having to go to the library. So, you are allowed to have 15 books at a time in your possession on Libby. You are also allowed to have 20 different books on hold at a time. I was maxed out, and then you only have 3 days. Once a book becomes available to you, this is just for the people who don't know. If you know, then just roll with me. Just roll with me, okay? Once that hold becomes available, you got 3 days. You got 3 days, 72 hours to borrow that, or it's going to the next person. Your hold is going to lapse, and it's done. It's done for you. It's a wrap. You gotta wait till the next person is done. And see, the thing with me is I could easily say, you know what? Pass it to the next person. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the availability. I don't have the space. I don't have the room for that book. But see, with me, that's not how I operate. Once it becomes available to me, especially if I've been waiting, because sometimes you gotta wait for weeks. I want it. I need it. So now I'm scrambling. Now I'm moving and I'm hustling. Trying to get a book read so I can get this one in. I had like 8 holds come in at one time, y'all. And I was maxed out on my shelf because I am a mood reader. If I'm not in the mood for it, even if it's a highly anticipated read, it's not gonna click for me. On my shelf, I had this book. It's called Sorry Bro. The title of this book, I really try my best to stay on that fine line of giving my opinion, because we all have one, but also respecting other creatives, because I know how it is to create something. But the title of this book, maybe if I was to finish the book, I would figure out why the author titled this book Sorry Bro. This book is actually going to be a DNF, so that's freeing up space. That's freeing up space because I have been trying to get through this book and I cannot get past like the 4th chapter. At first I couldn't get past the first one. I just kept rereading the same chapter, and I could not get past that first one. So then I finally got over the hump and I got to the 4th chapter and I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna get you up out of here. You gotta go. I'm sorry. It's just nothing. It's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. So I guess I'll never know why this book is called Sorry Bro. Late Bloomers. Late Bloomers is actually one. It was on my whole shelf. As soon as it came in, I was like, something gotta go. Something has got to go. Something has to go. Something has to go. Because Late Bloomers is about an Late Bloomers is about an Indian American family and is turned upside down when the parents split up 36 years into their arranged marriage in this heartwarming journey of self-discovery. I had to get something up out of there for the Late Bloomers. So what got the boot? What got the boot was You Can Trust Me by Wendy Hurd. No disrespect to Miss Wendy Hurd, no disrespect to you girl at all, but listen, let me tell you something. I tried to get through this book. I couldn't get past the 3rd chapter. That's another thing. When I don't have space and things start coming in, kicking my ass left to right, and I don't have space for new books on the Libby shelf, that really starts to put things in perspective, because I had You Can Trust Me on my shelf for close to 3 weeks. I wasn't at the 3 weeks yet. I had about 3 days left with that loan. And I had tried several times, but I was just like, I don't feel like this is for me. I was like, this don't feel like a Desmond book. It don't feel like a Desmond book. It is about Summer and Leo. They would do anything for each other, inspired by the way each has had a car of her place in a hostile and unforgiving world, and united by the call of the open road, they travel around sunny California in Summer's tricked out Land Cruiser. So basically they some con artists, okay? They are con artists, and then they go in for this like the big one, right? So I was like, you know what, let's clean house. We got to clean house. So You Can Find Me actually got the boot, and I had to get it up out of here just so I can borrow Late Bloomers. The Neighbor Favor. The Neighbor Favor. I know I'm going fast, but just stay with me, okay? I don't want to keep you out here long. The Neighbor Favor, that's another one. I'm actually almost done with that one, and this one is, it's not letting me down so far. It is keeping my attention. I am entertained. The characters I'm enjoying. Some of it is a bit unbelievable, but it's a book. It's fiction. It's not real. It's made up. There are unbelievable things that happen in this world every day. Impossible things are happening every day. So I'm cool with The Neighbor Favor so far. A full review will be coming for that one. And I don't remember what I got up out of here for that one. I do not remember. You Again is a book by Kate Goldbeck. I believe this is her debut novel. So sometimes I just grab stuff and it's not my cup of tea, but I just grab it. And so I read the synopsis and I was just like, it may surprise me. It may surprise me. And then I had a comment on one of my previous videos and somebody recommended it to me. I was like, I had already borrowed it, so maybe it is good. Maybe it was meant to be. And then I found out that basically this book is just based on Adam Driver, the actor. It's like a fanfic turned traditionally published book. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's gonna work for me. That's no disrespect to fanfic writers or readers, but I don't know if it's gonna work for me. And then I know it's also supposed to be based on what? When Harry Met Sally. It's like, it's a bunch of things that is based off of. I don't know. So I'm not sure. I think I'm definitely gonna go ahead and just give You Again the boot, because I have some other contenders that are much more anticipated. Because I do have The Do-Over by Suzanne Park, and this is about a woman who, she gets this job, right? And the background check reveals she never actually finished her degree. How the hell you ain't know you ain't finished your degree? The background check had to tell you that you never actually finished. What? When you walked across that stage and they gave you that diploma, was it one of those instances where the diploma, the degree wasn't actually in there, and it was just like, okay, you get to walk and then we'll mail it to you? Because I know that sometimes happens. So what did you do? You went to graduation, then you just never got your degree to mail? Because I know they ain't mail it to you and you ain't actually graduate. What you been doing all these years? Because it say here in the synop, up in the synop, it say 10 years ago. I believe that's what it say. Yeah. Lily returns to her alma mater to relive her senior year of college after walking across the stage at graduation a decade earlier. So 10 years ago, you walked across the stage? You ain't know in 10 years that you wasn't a college graduate? Something in the milk ain't clean. Something in the milk ain't clean. I'm sorry. We love to entertain. We love to entertain. I had finished a book that I was actually reading, and I got that one on up out of here. I was like, you know what? Let me finish this. Let me process my thoughts. Write down my what I thought of it, what I feel about it, and that will be discussed in a video coming forth. And I was trying to get through We Love to Entertain. It's doing the exact opposite of what it says it loves to do. Because I have not been entertained at all. No disrespect. I'm sorry. We Love to Entertain is about a couple who they're redoing their house and they're on this reality show. Think HGTV. Okay? And suddenly they come up missing. They ain't nowhere to be found. The only person here is their assistant, who have been helping them through this whole ordeal. And the TV producers, execs, all of them is like, where the hell are these people at? So now we looking for this couple. The assistant was the last person to see them. The assistant's mom also saw something go down, fishy, fishy, fishy. It's dry for me. It's slow. It ain't doing enough. It's not moving. I don't understand how you literally title the book We Love to Entertain and then you fail to do so. Kings of Be More. I believe I'm about to DNF Kings of Be More because the book is YA, so I knew I was already going out on a limb then because I know YA doesn't always work for me. When they said that one of the characters was afraid of ATMs, I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And it's not even like, I know that was probably written to be like quirky or whatever, but it didn't work for me. And then I was like, oh, these characters aren't doing it for me. Like this is not for me, and I know that. So I'm by no means saying this is a bad book. It's literally me saying, this ain't for you. Move along. This is not for you. Don't judge this. Take your ass on somewhere. And just in case you did have like an inkling to want to pick up Kings of Be More, it might be your speed. It is about two young black gay teenagers in their junior year of high school. They're best friends. Did I say that already? One of them is moving away, and so they decide to skip school and make a whole big day out of it so they can make this last day together memorable and promise to always be best friends. And I really thought that was really interesting because it focuses on friendship and not like a romantic relationship. And I think that's very important because I think a lot of people in general put too much emphasis on romantic relationships when platonic relationships matter. Platonic relationships matter. We need people in our lives who are just friends. It is okay. What happened to Ruthy Ramirez? This is a book about somebody named Ruthy. She disappeared and has been gone for 15 years, I want to say. Yeah. And now present day is 2008, and her sisters are watching this reality show, and they think, that's my motherfucking sister. Is that my... I know that ain't who I think it is. They think this is Ruthy. They think their sister is on this reality show, so they gotta come up with a plan to try to track this girl down, see what's going on, solve the case, crack the case. It's not a thriller, by the way. But they realize that this might be my mother's sister. So we need to figure out what's going on. The reason why I love like Libby and Hoopla and Scribd and platforms like this is because sometimes I'm a bit weary. I'm a tad bit apprehensive because I don't actually know if I'm going to like a book, and I hate to spend my money on a book and then absolutely despise it. So I tried to listen to the audiobook for this, and I don't think it's gonna work for me. The author actually reads this, and that's another thing that's really hit or miss for me. An author narrating their own book. Once again, no disrespect. But if it's not a memoir, then it's definitely most likely always going to be a miss for me. You would think because they wrote it, they would be able to embody these characters even more, but most times it feels like they're just reading from the page when they're narrating it. And I don't know, it's just something, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. And like I said, because it's not just Libby, they got me in a chokehold. Also Hoopla, and on there I have Long Gone Come Home. Some woman named Brady Jennings dreams of a big life beyond her small town of Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Beyond her mundane job tying tobacco leaves at Rice Factory, beyond her position as the baby of the family. Her life changes when she meets smooth talking Jimmy Walker. Jimmy got soul. Jimmy makes big promises for an exciting life together, I seen that book on Instagram, I want to say. I took a screenshot, and I have a million screenshots in my phone that's just basically books. I've also been hearing a lot about The Light on Halsey Street, and this is like the second book that I've seen with Halsey Street in the title. One is by, I think her name is Naima Coster. She wrote What's Mine and Yours. I read that book last year, but This is called The Light on Halsey Street, and it is by, what that lady name is here? Vanessa Miller. And it's supposedly about two girls in 1985 who become fast friends, and one is named Dana, and the other name is Lisa. And when Lisa rescues Dana from making a mistake that could land her in jail, the two girls form an unlikely friendship in the summer of 85 until Dana is gradually sucked into a gang that Lisa wants no part of. And it says by the start of freshman year of college, Dana is in prison for armed robbery. Homegirl been stealing, she locked up, they won't let her out. They won't let her out, she locked up, they won't let her out. The Between by NigerWives. The Between by NigerWives. I actually have that one on Scribd. That one's on Scribd, okay? And Scribd be tripping sometime, okay? I'm gonna get to why Scribd be tripping. But NigerWives, The Between is about a little boy named Hilton. His grandmother sacrificed her life to save him from drowning. And then 30 years later, he begins to suspect that he was never meant to survive that accident, and that dark forces are working to rectify the mistake. They have come to heave-ho his ass because they believe he was meant to die, okay? That was on my shelf, and I actually started, okay, now it's just seeming like this is just a DNF list, but I'm not DNFing that one. I'm not. That's actually one that I need to physically read because I'm actually really into that one, and I want to physically read and listen to the audio at the same time. So I need to get a physical copy of that. I feel like it's going to help the situation because the narrator is not like doing a bad job. He's actually kind of very intense, but I just wanna. Okay, I don't have to explain why I just wanna. Scribd says it's supposed to be unlimited. That's a lie. It's a lie. Scribd will lie to you. They will lie to you in your face. They will take your $12.99 and then they will lie to your face. Once you've read a certain amount of books each month, they will cut you off. They will cut you off. They'll leave some books behind. They'll select a few books to let you still have. You have it saved on your save list. They gonna say, oh, it's unavailable. You can get it next month. And I don't know what the reason is. I don't know what the reason is if I'm paying my subscription every month. But you hoes have lied to me. Okay. Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle. I got that one up on there. I got that one up on there. The NigerWife, which the title of that book, like I know it says The NigerWife, but looking at it, it rubs me the wrong way a little bit. It just rubs me the wrong way. So that was just like a peek. That was a peek. That was a little peek into my world. Share my world, Mary J. Blige, okay? That was a peek into my world and like what I got going on up here in this literary swimming pool that I am drowning in. I'm talking about drowning. Because I got books coming in. I don't want to let them go, y'all. I don't want to let them go. But I also have to read the ones that I already have. If only there was enough time in the world to read every book ever published. Can you imagine if somebody read every book ever published? That is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me ramble about the books that I have. And if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments. Let me know down in the comments, to the left, to the right, up, down, wherever they at. Let me know your thoughts on like the reading apps. Do you use it? I know y'all use Libby. Y'all got to. I know y'all use Libby. But if you have Hoopla, Scribd, Audible, all that, which one is your favorite? Let me know. Okay. And yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. I'll see you in my next one.